How you go from a...
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner.
Closing out the season, Stan, it's a little bittersweet for the guys who have already said they're going to retire. We're going to miss them.
Yeah, it can lead to some emotional farewell games. And if the guy's a star, even the opposing fans may celebrate his career on that night.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3 slot. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injury.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
Here's McBride. To the middle. And Hart throws it down.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Pass to Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. Over in the corner, White from downtown. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Takes it off the glass.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done.
One-handed jam.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring up. Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
And the rejection by Towns.
Oh, big cat. Say no way.
And McBride gets it to go.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Buzelis. There's the pick. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
And here's Towns. Buries it from three-point range. Towns has got 5 points so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Bit early to pick up foul number 2. He's got to be on his best behavior now.
Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Pass to Buzelis. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Vucevic. Stolen by Anunoby. Up and in on the layup.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Bulls trail by 6. Right side, White. Driving inside. Here's Vucevic. And another miss by Chicago. For New York, they've gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Back to McBride. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. In a hard-nosed defensive identity for this Knicks. But, GA, there's been some slippage.
Well, the challenge has been their 2 best offensive players get targeted at the other end. The adage, you're only as strong as your weakest link, it has some truth to it.
Now, here's Dosunmu. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Miles McBride. Here's Alvarado. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
2 minutes.
Over in the corner, Dosunmu. Outside, White. Vucevic against Robinson. Shot to stop the run. And again, Chicago. No good. The Knicks leading by 8. It's stolen by White. To the paint. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
There's 1:26 left in the first. Robinson. And then Robinson slams it in.
He's got to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
Now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go. Maybe it is showtime. A different look for New York. Cordy's checked in, and it's Clarkson in for Anunoby. The Bulls also changing it up. Jalen Smith comes in for Buzelis. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Dosunmu. Count that one.
Standing 6'8", Giddey is a long guard, and that helps him around the hoop.
Marching outside. Bangs home the trifecta.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Giddey takes to Vucevic. Smith outside. And the 3 off target.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Giddey, the pass to Smith. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
Listen, yes, Jalen Smith can make a triple, but at his core, he's at his best down low.
Here's Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
Inside, stolen by Robinson. And so it's New York. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Sharing the perimeter spots, it's Clarkson and Bridget. Malik Beasley out there with Mitchell Robinson. And it's Shamet in at the point. They're the group. New York will start the second one. And the Knicks with possession here. The Bulls knocking down the 3. Beasley. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. A 12-point game. And it's Smith, top of the key. Collins kicks to Huerter. Down low, here's Smith, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, I like when they involve Smith in these pick and rolls because he's agile and good at knowing where to go.
And the rejection by Smith. Here's Huerter. Jones from outside. The Knicks pull it in. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Yeah, those opposing crowds can put you off balance at the stripe, but you got to block out the noise and make those free throws.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Bulls trail by 12. And it seems like Josh Giddey playing with newfound confidence, coach, since his arrival with the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, one of those trades that seem to benefit both teams. The Bulls have handed Giddey the keys to their offense, and he has not looked back.
Towns, no luck. Bulls have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Back to White. And he drops in the layup off the glass. White's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, as a guard like White, you need to score inside. Force teams to respect you every.
Kicks it out to Beasley, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And checking out some numbers for Trey Jones. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. GA here about 3 levels score. But is it just 3 levels?
That's a great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep twos as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Goodness, Mikal Bridges, thundering slam off the bounce.
White, wide open, he fires. And it's off from 3-point range.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Beasley with the steal to the inside. And the dunk by Robinson.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And so here is Chicago, following the score by New York. Yep, that one goes in there. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game.
Well, moving Vucevic inside's like trying to move a brick wall.
Shamet the pass to Robinson. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Bulls trail by 11. Left side, Jones. Shoots over Shamet. Another one falls for Chicago. Knicks have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Here's Towns. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Malik Beasley. Clarkson, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Miles McBride subbed in for Landry Shamet. Josh Giddey's checked in for Chicago. New York leading by 11. Hart with it, and it's Buzelis picking him up.
Making good use of his length. Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Bulls trail by 10. 41 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Vucevic, that one falls.
He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
A model of consistency, Stan, for many years, Vucevic.
Yeah, look, Vucevic has been scoring, rebounding, and passing at a high level really since he's come into this league. One of the most skilled big men in the league, and sort of a model for the next guys that have come around.
Here's Vucevic following the score by New York. And it's White missing.
You can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Towns, high post. Hart outside. So it's New York with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll return shortly.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage.
And looking at the players, thanks for spending halftime with.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Well, you have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
That's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
So for Chicago right now, at the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Buzelis out there with Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. Now, here's Bridges. Outside, Towns. Connects from three-point range. Towns has got 10 points in the game.
Look, this is a big part of Towns' value. He's a big who can stretch the floor for him.
Giddey kicks to Vucevic. Pass to White. Back to Vucevic. Here's Giddey. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's McBride. Giddey defending. Hart with a screen on Giddey. Left side, Towns. Just 4 to shoot. And Towns throws it down.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the line for him here.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
And so he makes both from the line. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. White with it. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. And that one is good.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
McBride passes to Hart. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Hart's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
On the wing, Dosunmu. Giddey kicks to White. Giddey the pass to Dosunmu. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Count it, good. Vucevic has got 10 points.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Outside, Towns. Towns is doubled. And stolen by White. Out to the right wing. Buzelis, no one around him. Nailed from three-point land. Buzelis has got his second basket of the night. The Knicks leading by 14. McBride passes to Towns. No good from outside.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Giddey, no good. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Got a hand on it. Pass to White. It's rebounded by Anunoby. New York's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Bulls trail by 14. Well, Josh Giddey, an outstanding playmaker. We know that, Coach. Are we calling him a point forward or a 6'8" point guard?
To me, Kevin, he's a pure point guard at 6'8". This guy's got great size, but he's most comfortable with the ball in his hands, making plays for other people, and running an offense. He can handle and pass as well as any.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. For the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Josh Hart. Malik Beasley comes in for Bridges. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Miles McBride. Collins checked in for Chicago. Kevin Huerter comes in for White.
Truly a does-it-all glue guy. Giddey helps the whole team with his passing ability.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Bulls trail by 16. Pass to Giddey. Now Huerter. Offensive rebound. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Look, Giddey is a smart player. Puts constant pressure on a defense.
That's checked in for the Bulls. Jones comes in for Dosunmu. Now, here's Anunoby. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Towns with 3. Collins grabs the miss. Bulls have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And the shot is good.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Now, here's Shamet, defended by Jones. And Jalen Smith is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Chicago making a switch here. White's checked in.
Chicago substitution.
There's a screen by Robinson. Down low. And finished off by Robinson.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Jones. The Knicks making the shot. Pass to Huerter. 6 on the shot clock for 3. Knicks with the rebound. Here's Shamet. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
And so it's New York out in front by 17 points. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing.
It's not going to be easy. We got to stay with.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Sharing the perimeter spots, it's Clarkson and Bridges. Mitchell Robinson out there with Beasley. And it's Shamet in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now, here's Shamet. Pass to Robinson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Jones the pass to Collins. And here's Huerter. Defended by Bridges. Here's Collins. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds in the game.
They have been bored factor in cracking this huge lead.
From past the arc, White, good.
A great ability and control by White to stop and pop.
Shamet kicks to Beasley. Bridges for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Takes a step back. Jones the pass to Collins. Over Robinson. And that one hits back iron.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Back to Clarkson. Fires the 3. That shot is off. Bulls trail by 16. Huerter passes to Jones. Outside Collins. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Clarkson goes in. That one good for 2. And the Knicks lead by 18.
Well, that's Clarkson's game, taking you off the dribble.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Outside Collins. Bridges against Huerter. Smith outside. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And that's now 6 points for Smith.
Well, as a big man, Smith is expecting contact. So So when it comes, it's no surprise.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Robinson. Josh Hart comes in for Malik Beasley. Anunoby, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And Miles McBride subbed in for Landry Shamet. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Jalen Smith. Osumu, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And Josh Giddey subbed in for Jones. And Chicago has possession after the three-pointer from Karl Anthony Towns. Giddey, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Towns from deep three-point range. Rebound by the Bulls. White's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Giddey. Here's Vucevic, defended by Bridges. Down low, gets it to go.
Yeah, Vucevic is having no problem finding chances to score. The defense has to rethink how they're defending.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Here's Dosunmu, and they pick up the two.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
Outside, Anunoby. Now Towns for three. No good there. Here's Giddey. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth. Anunoby.
They tried their best to shut down Anunoby, and he'll get a chance at the line due to that over-aggressive defense.
That's good from Anunoby. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion as those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices. The pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
Clock at 6. Lays it in off the window.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Knicks.
Look at their number of assists. You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Mitchell Robinson.
He has really stood out tonight with his work on the glass. You can see the extra effort coming through.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Clarkson outside. And the Knicks miss again. Now here's Huerter. He's guarded closely. Here's Collins. Robinson with the block. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Here's Jones. Now here is Carter. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from a
great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
every day, bringing plates down.